Hi there, how are you doing today? It's going to be another wonderful and exciting time on today's video. My name is Adedeji Adepoju, and in today's video, we'll be talking about strategic planning. Strategic planning is the topic on today's video, and I'm sure we're going to learn so much and get more insight into what strategic planning is and have a better understanding of what we perceived or known about strategic planning. So there are a few tips we're going to be sharing on today's video. So please sit down, relax, and enjoy this video as I take you through what we have for you today on this video. So there's a popular saying that when you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. Is a popular statement that we all know, but I added something extra to that statement, and I said, when your planning lacks strategic thinking, your planning has already failed, is what I added to that popular saying. And because of the truth, we know that it is in the modern day business environment today, in the working environment, things are changing rapidly around us, and it requires us to be able to move with time for us to be able to stick to the flow of how things are going. So like I said, the world is moving at a pace where yesterday's thinking can no longer solve today's problems or challenges. So it means that when the thinking or the thoughts or solutions of yesterday are no longer relevant the moment you wake up the next day, because while you are busy celebrating your success on whatever thing you've done, someone else is thinking of something new, inventing new things, and bringing in new ideas and strategy. So you need to actually realize that it takes continuous use of your brain, continuous use of your intellectuals for you to remain relevant in today's working environment and marketplace, and in terms of strategic planning and thinking. Businesses or organizations that are strategic in their approach are the ones who are thriving today in the marketplace. So the question will be, maybe someone is asking, so what is strategic planning? Someone might be asking that question. Strategic planning is the process of setting a vision for a company and then realizing that vision through small achievable goals. I can also add by saying that it is applying logical thinking, analytical and critical thinking to planning with the goal of hitting specific targets in achieving your aim. So it is about having the ability to have the sense of critical thinking, logical thinking, and analytical thinking. All these come together to make the definition of strategic planning. You have to be logical in your thinking, you have to be critical in your thinking, and you have to be analytical in your thinking for the process of strategic planning to be complete. So strategic planning requires a lot of analytics. You must think you must think out of the box, and not like every regular person or every individual that is just out there. I can never forget this statement. It challenges me a lot. Someone once said to me that people are plenty, but brands are very, very few. So we are living in a world of over 7 billion people, but not everybody is in the category of outstanding people. So for you to be a good strategic planner or to execute proper strategic thinking or planning, you must be very logical in your thinking, analytical and critical in your thinking. So let's move on. In a boardroom meeting, your contribution as a strategic planner has to be unique and outstanding. As a strategic planner, you cannot think like every other person. Strategic planning requires thinking out of the box and thinking in a very outstanding manner. We are in a very competitive market, and like never before, brands are innovating to remain competitive. Yes, brands are thinking of new ways to meet up their plans to achieve their goals. So every day, innovative thinking is required for you to remain relevant in the marketplace today, and most organizations are actually going out and creating offices and departments for strategic planning and strategic thinking. So strategic planning is an important skill for a number of jobs, and more than ever before, businesses need strategic thinkers. People who work in strategic planning help to set goals, decide what actions need to be taken by employees, and help employees achieve these goals. That is majorly the key work of a strategic planner in an organization or in a business environment. But nevertheless, there are some certain skills you need to have as a strategic planner or somebody who wants to go into strategic planning. The number one skill here, I'm going to share in quite just few of them. Number one skill you need to have here as a strategic planner is analytical skills. You have to be someone who can develop a plan for implementing strategies. Someone who pays attention to details, someone who thinks out of the box and can be objective, and somebody who is critical and systematic in thinking. Yes, you have to be an analytical person for you to be a successful strategic planner or to have a successful strategic planning idea on the table. You must be somebody who pay attention to details, what other people are not saying. You must be able to see it as a strategic planner. You must be able to think 10 steps ahead of other brands or other people in that boardroom meeting or in that organization. Because your idea, strategy is what drives so many organizations today. So you must be somebody who is a step ahead of people in analytical thinking as a strategic planner. That's number one skill you must have as a strategic planner in the marketplace. Another skill you must have is communication skills. Like I said, it is one thing to have a strategic plan. It's another thing to know how to communicate and bring it into an actionable plan that can be worked towards. Most times, strategic approaches fail because of poor communication. It is hard to implement what you don't understand. This is very, very important. No matter how beautiful your plan is, it is very hard for people to implement that plan once they don't understand it. It takes understanding to able to implement strategy. That's one thing you must understand. So strategic planning requires active listening and good communication. So as a strategic planner or somebody who is drafting a strategic planning concept or idea, you must understand that it is one thing for it to be good on paper, is one thing for people to see it and easily understand it so that they can work with it, implement, and get the desired result. The last one I'll mention here is leadership skills. Often, strategic planning or being a strategic planner requires good leadership skills, which requires carrying people along, setting goals and leading people towards achieving them. You have to inspire, motivate, and ensure all team members remain loyal to project goals. You have to have good people management skills, good interpersonal skills, and problem-solving skills are essential. And these are skills that you must have as a leader or in the position of strategic planning in your organization or as a person. It takes the ability to able to work with other people to able to achieve goals. So no matter how beautiful your plan is, your strategic plan is, or what you're working towards, if people do not cooperate with you, you cannot achieve anything as a strategic planner. You must have the ability to able to work with other people, communicate properly with them, be analytical in your thinking, and the ability to able to be a leader where you can bring people under one umbrella with different skill set and be able to achieve the same goal. Your strategic plan is very, very important for you as a strategic planner and somebody who's working to be a strategic planner or in a team or in an organization. So these are the few points I can give you about strategic planning. But once again, for me to wrap up again, I need to expatiate on what strategic planning really is. We have said strategic planning is a process of setting a vision for a company and then realizing that vision through small achievable goals. That means that there's what is called a SMART analysis. You have to break down your goals. You have to be very analytical in your thinking. You have to be critical in your thinking, and you have to be very logical in your thinking. You cannot think like every other person. You have to be someone who thinks 10 steps ahead of other people for you to be a successful strategic planner. So that's all I have for you on today's video. I believe you have learned quite a few things on today's video, and I believe that you can able to expatiate more on the lessons I've given to you and able to achieve quite a lot as a strategic planner in your organization. See you in our next video in the Afringa Academy. Thank you for being a part of today's video. Thank you so much.